In this video we're going to look at a bit more trig, and this time we're going to look at the area of a triangle. Now the area of a non-right angle triangle is an absolute given, assuming I could draw one. Let's have this. You should hopefully and most certainly know that the area of a right angle triangle, say if the height is 5 and the base is 7, then all we need to do is 1/2 base times by height, and that will give us the area. So it's going to be those two multiplied, which will give me 35 divided by 2. So it'll be 35 over 2 units squared. What we're now going to look at is the formula for a non-right angle triangle. So if we've got a non-right angle triangle and we have the enclosed angle here, which we'll call C, and we have a side A and the other side B, then to find the area all we need is 1/2 AB sine C. So we would simply multiply A and B, divide it by 2 and multiply it by the sine of the angle, and this will give us the area of a non-right angle triangle. So let's look at that in action. Right here we'll just jot up what we've got. I'll put it like so. Okay, let's get rid of that one and put a... So what we've got here is the following. This angle is 49, it's an enclosed angle, so all we've got to do is look at the values either side, 5.4 and 7.2. So we get half A, which is 5.4, times by B, which is 7.2, times by the sine now of 49. You don't need all those brackets, but you get some idea of what you can do. So 0.5 times by 5.4 times by 7.2 times by the sine of 49 degrees. So sine of 49 degrees, and this will give us the area, and this will be in centimetres squared. If it's not specified, you simply put units squared in your A-level work. So 14.67, we'll call that 14.7 centimetres squared. So that's the area of the triangle. Let's do the next one. We're working in millimetres this time. So what we've got here is the angle of 42. Again, these don't need to be drawn to any form of accuracy. 42 degrees, 8 and 6. So it's going to be 1/2 AB sine C. 1/2 8 times by 6 times by the sine of 42. You can, of course, cancel this down and make it look a little neater. 24 sine 42. 8 times 6 is 48, divided by 2 is 24. So let's put this straight through the calculator, and we got 24 sine of 42. Again, we're in degrees mode, got my little D there. If you can't see that, get in degrees. So we'll call it 16.1, and that's millimetres squared. So there we go, area of a non-right angle triangle. Let's look at this in a more practical example, and we're asked to find the shaded area. With this one you can do a lot of different things, but I know that the area of a sector of a circle, this one will give me 80. I've got 80 of 360 degrees multiplied by pi r squared. That's going to give me this total area. So I've got 80 over 360, which will break down to 2/9 pi r squared. Well, r is 5, r squared is 25. So my total area is 50 pi by 9. And what we want to do is keep this exact. This is an exact fraction. Don't decimalize it. There's no need. Leave it as it is. We need to now subtract away the area of the triangle. And when you start working with radians later, there are some quite nice little ways you can tidy this up. So that's 80 degrees. So what we know is 1/2 AB, or in this instance we can say 1/2 r squared sine 80. So you can see what we're going to get. We're going to get 25 over 2 sine 80. So all we need to do is subtract that away. That right there is going to get us the area of this triangle here. So if we just find that and subtract it away, then we're going to have the value of the shaded bit. So in our calculator, what we're going to do now is 50 pi over 9 minus 25 over 2, or you could say 12 and a half. 25 sine 80, and that's all going to be over 2. And this will give us the area 5.14, which we'll call 5 point, so let's put it on there, 5.1 centimetres squared. So that's the area of a non-right angled triangle, and I appreciate that you could have split this up and used some Pythagoras on it if you really wanted, or SOHCAHTOA, and worked it out another way. There are a few different ways of doing this. You could run a perpendicular down there and work it out that way. But essentially this gives us the right answer, and it's a skill that you'll build throughout your A-level.